The team sheets are in and we have a massive show for you, including 3 contract extensions announced first here on the show. We also take an in-depth look into what makes Scott Pendlebury an elite midfielder. Brodie Grundy explains how he'll tackle Richmond, and we welcome an exciting young gun back from injury for Sunday afternoon's clash with the Tigers. Neil, welcome to the show. We've named a 25-man squad. Can you take us through the inclusions?
Yeah, well, given we train tomorrow and don't play until Monday, we've got the 25-man squad. But fortunately, coming back into the squad on the back of some very good VFL form, Alex Fazzolo, Corey Galt and Jordan De Goey coming in, along with Paul Seedsman, who's recovered from that injury. Sadly, it means that Tony Armstrong will miss out, probably moving aside for Paul Seedsman. And
great to see Nathan Brown's been named to play his 100th match.
Oh, it is fantastic. His form last week was outstanding, so we're hoping that his 100th is as good as that.
Yeah, so do I. And the full 22 to play on Sunday against the Tigers will be named 5 p.m. on Friday at collingwoodfc.com.au. Now, Scott Pendlebury is often spoken about for his elite movement and vision on field. So this week, we asked assistant coach Steve Grace to analyse these aspects of the skipper's game, all thanks to Holden.
Okay, we're about to look at a couple of sequences of Scott Pendlebury's play on the weekend that exhibits his long run and his ability to change his role between mid and forward. So we'll throw to the vision now and have a look. You see that Scott's playing as a high forward there, starting on that left flank. Cuts across the ground really smartly, gets in the vision of the receiver. With his peripheral vision, sees that we haven't got an option forward, but he kicks that ball back to Billy Elliott. He keeps on that 45 long searching run, and Billy's able to find him only due to the fact that he's run that 104, 105 metre effort, but plus the forwards have lengthened to allow him to find that space to get into. So fantastic effort. Here again, Scott here is a legitimate midfielder. You see him that we win the ball, starts to go, spreads on that hard 45 run. We move the ball out the fat side of the ground. He keeps that 45 run into the space, which he holds his width and length to allow him to run in that spot. Scott sees that we've got a fat side runner who's lengthened the whole time, gets back on his left foot and then coolly slots it while the legs are full of lactate. So 2 fantastic runs by Scott, and you're seeing now why he is the exceptional runner and the exceptional player that we need him to be. But you'll also see the fact that he's growing as a forward and being able to execute in that role as well.
Another player that has enjoyed a strong start to the year is our ruckman Brodie Grundy. Collingwood Media's Glenn Moriarty caught up with him during his recovery day at the club.
Brodie, thanks for joining us on Team Sheet. Tell us, what's the mood been like with the group this week after the loss on the weekend and moving forward to this weekend's game against the Tigers?
Being an 8-day break, playing on Sunday, it's been a good opportunity to come in and get some real intensity in our training. And the loss, we did lose, but we're not really seeing it as a setback. It's more of just a moment in time there. It's still pretty early in the season. We're still looking forward to this week, especially against Richmond. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the opportunity to be the number 1 ruckman early in the season, and me and Jared have only played just over a handful of games together. We do want to obviously be a real threat to the opposition going forward, and I think teams like Hawthorn and Geelong do that really well. So going forward, that's something that we're going to try and look at trying to implement in the game. I think the boys don't really like Richmond, so I think it's going to be a pretty big game, and obviously it's important for both teams to get the win this week. And it's a bit hard to get some tickets this week, so I think it's going to be a full house, hopefully. So it'll be good.
Now, Neil, we mentioned off the top of the show we have 3 contract signings to announce. Can you spill the beans and let us know who you've extended contracts with?
Well, we've been lucky enough to get 3 of our really exciting young kids to sign for the longer term. As you probably know, when we recruit new players like both Darcy Moore and Jordan De Goey, they both sign for 2 years, which is the normal process, but we've encouraged both of them to sign for a further 2 years, so they both agreed to be here for at least 4 years, which is fantastic news for us and I think for them. And also Jackson Ramsey, who's been with us in the short term, has had a magnificent pre-season, is really very committed young man, fantastically committed to the place, so we've encouraged him to sign for another 2 years as well. So it's really good news. It's kind of like it doesn't matter so much today because today's about playing, but the longer term is very important to us and it is to them as well. So really good news, I think,
Fantastic news for the future of the club. And in a special edition of Team Sheet, a contract edition, I caught up with the three boys to talk about their extensions.
I just think the club's going in the right direction, and I look forward to growing up with some of these younger players and trying to win premierships.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier where I am at the moment and where the team's tracking.
It's a dream come true to be offered an extra 2 years, and I'm not going anywhere, so I'm really excited.
And you can watch that special edition of Team Sheet, the entire interview, on collingwoodfc.com.au. Thanks for joining us again, Neil. We're coming up against your old mob again this week.
I've been around a bit, haven't I? My old mob every week. Great opportunity for both teams to get back on the scoreboard, and let's hope it's us.
Fantastic. And thank you for joining us for Team Sheet tonight. It's a huge game on Sunday at the G against the Tigers. Go Pies.